Hey guys, this is Chris here. Just wanted to bring you guys a quick video. Today we're going to focus on the zebra finches real quick and a little bit about them, breeding them, their temperaments, things that have worked for me, things that haven't. So just going on real quick. So I only have one pair of zebra finches right now. Technically they're considered an English zebra finch, and an English zebra finch just basically means that the birds are a lot bigger than your normal zebra finch. So I would say that my zebras are a small English zebra finch, and I wish I had some other birds to kind of compare. Sorry, excuse me. It's kind of cold out here, so my nose is starting to run a little bit, and so winter's coming, guys. I wish I had an English zebra finch and then a normal zebra finch to compare for you guys. And you can see I have a baby right here that just fledged last week. It's just starting to eat. The parents are still feeding it, but it's good to see it pecking at this millet seed, trying to get some seed. And so you can see mom up here on the left, and that just flew off onto the branch. They do have a nest, and dad is sitting down in the nest. Believe it or not, these guys built a nest on the ground here in the aviary, and I'll take you out here in a minute and show you that. Even though I have a whole bunch of nest boxes, they decided to build on the ground, and so that's where this baby was raised and fledged, and so obviously it was okay for them, and they keep continuing to build it and making it better. It's almost an enclosed dome now. They actually have done a really cool job at it. So, but anyways, you know, I wish I had another English pair and then a normal pair to kind of compare you in size. I would say that this pair that I have, they're about twice the size of a normal zebra finch and maybe half the size of a true English zebra finch. So they're kind of small if we're considering them an English zebra finch. So that's kind of where we're at there. Breeding the zebra finch in general, these birds are really easy to breed. They have a want or a need or desire to breed that's probably just as strong as any other society finch, I would say. Basically, if you have a male and a female together, you're gonna get eggs, and whether you have a nest out or not, it's gonna happen. So if you do not want your zebras to breed, I suggest that you do an all sex, whether it's all females or all males cage, or you separate your birds. I've had lots of times in small cages where I don't have any nesting material in there at all, and the female will lay eggs in the food dish. She'll lay eggs on the ground and try and incubate them and hatch them. And so your best bet, if you do not want them to breed, is just separate the males and females. I typically try to breed my zebras in a cage, although I've had a lot of good results in the past breeding them in aviaries. They do breed very well in aviaries, and they hold their own against bigger birds. Zebra finches can become somewhat aggressive or kind of like a bully, and if anyone comes close to the area of their nest, typically the males and the females are always chasing the birds away. Luckily, my pair that I have here is really docile, meaning I haven't seen them chase anyone around. They don't get very aggressive or possessive. One of the issues that I have found with my pair here is they breed better in an aviary setting than in a cage setting. So I have bred them in a cage setting, and for some reason or another, my parents, when they're breeding in a cage, pluck their babies like crazy. And it doesn't matter if I add more nesting material, it doesn't matter if I add another nest, if they're wanting to nest again. When the babies have fledged, they pluck them like crazy. And you can see the back of this little baby, it's plucked a little bit, but this is really good compared to the other birds that I've seen. And so I think one thing that I've seen is in a aviary setting, their babies have done a lot better. And I don't know if it's because there's more room for the babies to move around, There's more nesting material out here with feathers on the ground and stuff like that that they can collect. I don't really know quite what it is, but that's one of the issues that I've found with my pair, is they breed better in an aviary than in a cage setting because they pluck their babies quite a bit. I mean, very extensive. Basically, the head and the wings is what's left. Everything else is plucked, and so that's why I have them breeding out here in the aviary is to kind of cover that. And so, but typically zebra finches breed very well in the breeding cage. I would suggest, if you are going to breed in a breeding cage, that you only have one pair per cage, or the pairs will be chasing each other around constantly. They can become aggressive, start pulling feathers, that sort of thing. So that's kind of what I have here on the zebras. You know, I have a love-hate relationship with them, honestly. I've had some zebras that are very docile and just awesome birds. I have some zebras that are incredibly aggressive and go out of their way to chase everyone off. And so I've tried to not keep any of the aggressive ones and just keep the ones that are docile. I'm actually looking to get some more zebra finches. I'm trying to find some English zebras, so if I find any of those, I'm definitely going to buy them. I might jump in and grab a few black cheek zebra finches because I really like the look of the black cheeks, or if there's any other really cool mutations. There's not a whole lot of options or mutations here in Utah to choose from, which is a bummer, but that's kind of where we're at with them. Trying to think if there's anything else you guys would want to know on the zebra finch. Let me take you out to the aviary and we'll go down and show you the nest real quick. I'm gonna grab my little light here and we're gonna try and see if these eggs are fertile. Hop in the house for a sec. Let's come in here. And I did the video in the morning today, so kind of a little bit better view for you guys. You don't have the sun glaring down on you. It is a brisk morning today. Temperature said it's about 52 right now, and we'll get up to about I think they said about 65. So quick look at the birds up there, doing good. So if we come down here, and I do have button quill down here, and I was a little nervous with that first baby if they would kind of come in and peck these babies, but they've done good. So if you look right here in the corner, they've built a nest. They've got 6 eggs in there, or 5 eggs in there. I'm not sure if they're fertile or not. This pair's usually been really good, but with it turning cold, I don't know if that's had any effect on them. So we're gonna kind of come down and look. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see. It looks like, let's try and focus that a little bit better. It looks like that none of these eggs are fertile. And so, but in all reality, I'm okay with that. I think that, oh, as I hit my head on the branch there, I'm okay with that. With it getting cold and you know, and them being on the ground outside in the elements, I'm okay with those eggs not being fertile. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take that entire nest out and put it away, so that, and then I'm probably going to separate my male and female so that for the winter they can focus on molting and having a good break and getting ready for the winter time. So yeah, so that's what we have here on the zebra finches. If you guys have any other questions on them, diet, you know, they will eat anything you put in front of them. Basically, they love egg food, they love millet seed, they love finch seed. So diet, they're not picky eaters at all. They typically are good parents and will raise all of their young. I rarely have seen occasions where they toss their young out of the nest or don't feed. Maybe like a first-time parent, this is their first clutch. I've had some babies die, but always come around the second clutch, they've been all-star parents, so I never worry about the zebra finches as good parents. Mostly my biggest concerns are just their aggression. And some zebras are aggressive, some zebras aren't. It's just kind of the personality that you get, you know, the luck of the draw. And so just keep an eye on that, especially if you're housing them with other birds or other zebra finches. They tend to get a little picky and pushy, and so that's kind of why I have that love-hate relationship with them. Is I really enjoy them. They're very fun. They're energetic birds. There's never a dull moment with them, and that's what I like, and that's what's fun. And so if you guys have any other comments, questions on the zebra finch, please feel free to ask me, to let me know. I'd be more than happy to you know, to answer any of your comments down below, or do another video on something that you have concerns about. And so I appreciate you guys watching this. Have a great one. See ya.